in order to do what you love, you got to get through the obstacles of the things that you don't love. Getting over those hurdles, and then eventually they lead you to the thing where you're like, okay, now I'm ready to pursue said thing that I want to do. Even if you hate your job, you're supposed to be using that job for something to get to something. And if you're not, then that should be the thing that you're figuring out. If you just go into those things with hate and you're just angry about what you're doing every day, then you're not even allowing yourself to figure out the plan of how to escape the thing that you hate to get to the thing that you love.
How do you keep going? Why do you keep going? There's two sides of pain. There's one side of pain that's the suffering and the discomfort side of pain. But then there's another side of pain that's called effort. It's called glory. It's called, if you can find a way to push through pain, there's something greater on the other side of it.
Life will put many obstacles in your path that are far worse than a bad grade. You'll have unreasonable bosses and difficult clients and patients. You'll experience illnesses and losses, crises and setbacks that will come out of nowhere and knock you off your feet. But unlike so many other young people, you need to pick yourself up and dust yourself off and keep moving through the pain.
Remember one thing, through every dark night, there's a bright day after that. So no matter how hard it gets, stick your chest out, keep your head up, and handle it.
Sooner or later, you will run into something that makes you question everything you thought you did well. You haven't lived till you fail so badly that you wonder, will I ever get back up again?
It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. Hold on to that fundamental quality of faith. Have faith. And on the other side of your pain is something good.
Getting better isn't a hack or a trick or a one change that you need to make. Getting better is a campaign. It's a campaign. It's a daily, a weekly, it's an hourly fight.
You have to understand there are going to be times where it's low, it's bad, everything's going wrong, everything's got you stressed, everything's got you mad, everything's got you frustrated. And that could go on for a couple weeks too, even longer. It could go on for months. And one of the best things that I have learned over the last couple years is that everything is cyclical, okay? There's highs that are super high and there's lows that are super low. And that is the life of being ambitious and actually caring about the path that you're on.
Push through pain enough and there's glory on the other side. But you gotta get through it. And sometimes getting through it is coming out your comfort zone. See, sometimes we're so comfortable now, right? There's a bunch of people sitting in this line right now. We didn't have followers. We didn't have nobody encouraging us. We didn't have people to go on Instagram and look at it. All we had to do was get up every day and go back to work and start all over again. And the only approval was self-approval.
Force your body to keep going, even though your mind is exhausted, your body is exhausted, and your will is leaving you. And there's parts of you that are telling you to quit. And you have to learn how to manage that.
And you're gonna have to fight and fight and fight and fight. And most of you won't be successful, not because you can't do it, but you can't outlast your old you to get to your new you.
You will cry. There's some stuff that will happen in your life that will make you cry. It's okay. It's a part of the deal. If you can't handle pain, you don't want success.
If you can get through to doing things that you hate to do, on the other side is greatness.
What you're going through right now is necessary, because what's happening right now is you are forging the skills, you are forging the determination, you are forging the grit, you are forging the fortitude, you are forging all the things that nobody else is gaining because they're sitting on their hands and you're willing to push through.
I tell you that the greatest pain and failures of my life have gotten me to where I am today. Bro, I can't express that enough. It comes from the pain of not having a father around, not having a mother around, not having family, going from foster home to foster home, being kicked out like I was nothing, growing up homeless. having to ask kids for school lunches because I didn't have enough to eat, not wearing the same 3 shoes every day, same 4 pairs of pants every day, growing up in a jail facility where you're told what to do every single day. Bro, when I tell you that I'm the most failed person you'll ever meet, I failed so much in my life and I've went through so much pain over and over. And that pain and failure has driven me to where I am today because I had to make up my mind. Either I'm going to keep crying about it and I'm going to keep feeling sorry for myself and staying down, or I'm going to cry to get through it and push through that pain. And that's what I had to learn. What makes you different? When you get up every single day and you look at yourself in the mirror, you got to ask yourself what makes you different. And it's not about, it has nothing to do with looks. It's about what's in here. It's about your heart. It's about what you stand for. It's about your morals, your values. That's what makes people different. And you got to look at yourself like, am I really trying to get this or am I just myself? Am I really trying to grind through it and get there, or am I just flaking myself? So I had to make up my mind like, bro, I got to grind through this and I got to give it everything I got to get to the next level in life. And that's what I got to do.
When pain gets strong, you can't think. You can't reason. When pain gets strong, you can't figure things out. Sometimes we are so engrossed with the pain that we don't get the point. You can have pain so bad that you lose your appetite. You can have pain so bad that you stop eating and you stop talking and you stop believing and you stop smiling and you don't have your personality because your pain is stopping you from being who you are. If you take a minute and look at your life, every time you're about to step into new territory, all hell breaks loose and sends a storm to stop you from getting there.
Not out of convenience, but out of conviction. There's a purpose for me being here. There are non-negotiables in my life because I must accomplish this thing that God put me here to do.
Those who win big, they do 4 things right. They sleep, sweat, grind, repeat. And they do it over and over and over again until their dreams become a reality.
Nothing great is going to come without you having to deal with what I call adversity and pain tolerance. You must be able to deal with that. And the more understanding you have of what's causing you the pain and how you've dealt with it is going to determine how successful you will be in whatever you choose in life.